Hi there, so I'm here to do a first impressions and a review of my Jeffrey Campbell's Nightwalks. And my Nightwalks are in a size 7. And as you can see, they come in a different box, not the pink kitty box. They come in the really pretty, kind of glossy box with the girl on it. So I really like this box because I have loads of ones in this box. So they come in that box, and then they come all wrapped up, all nice and neat. And then, like all Jeffrey Campbell shoes, they do come in a nice dust bag, and they're very well packaged. They have one of these and lots of stuffing. So these are the Nightwalks, and as you can see, they are heelless. So that is the whole appeal to this shoe. My first impression of this shoe was it's obviously a very eye-catching, unique shoe. I've never seen shoes like this. Since Jeffrey Campbell did come out with these shoes, I've seen knockoffs of these, but before he came out with the Nightwalks, I had never seen a shoe like this. So it was very, pretty crazy. And, I'm not one to like super crazy shoes, but this has a certain elegance to it. It's just very nicely structured. The shoe is just so well made. Like all Jeffrey Campbell shoes, there's a lot of, a lot of care goes into making these shoes. So they're really, really nice. And let me pull out the other one. So as I was saying, the appeal is the heelless, and it also just has, a very eye-catching, gorgeous curve to it. And there also is a Lita version, a Lita Nightwalk. I'm not sure actually what they're specifically called, but they're more of a boot one versus this, which is a Mary Jane sort of type of shoe. So of course my first impression of this shoe was, it's pretty crazy. I wasn't too sure about it, but the person that actually turned me on to these shoes was Graveyard Girl. So I saw them in her shoe haul, or it wasn't a shoe haul, it was her shoe collection, and then she did a separate review for her Jeffrey Campbell Nightwalks. So her name's Bunny. Bunny actually, she hops around in these shoes, and she said at first they were really hard for her to walk, and actually Bunny said these were pretty hard for her to walk in, but that is the first person I ever saw wearing these shoes, and I thought they just looked so classy and gorgeous on her. So, I really liked these shoes. So when I finally did see them in a store around here, I tried them on, and they are surprisingly comfortable. I do have 2 pairs of Litas, so I am familiar with, like higher, I would say heel, but this doesn't have a heel, shoes, platform shoes. And these were very comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, they can be a little bit tricky to walk in, but for the most part, I really haven't had a lot of problems with these shoes, walking around. That is, of course, you do want to be on a stable surface, concrete, wood, floor, what have you. Just not like, obviously you don't want to wear these like through the grass, or like, obviously, you guys get what I mean, but with this you do need to take a little bit more precaution in where you're going to be going, obviously, and what kind of surfaces you are going to be walking on, because this can get unstable and can be dangerous in the wrong situation. I did fall on these one time. The shoe actually like caught on a brick. There was like these weird cobblestone bricks on the street, and I fell and I scuffed my shoe right there. So that was very unfortunate. But from that experience, and as embarrassing as it was, I did, you know, realize, hey, these shoes ain't no joke. So definitely taking a lot more precaution when I wear them, but they are very comfortable and they really aren't difficult to walk in. As you can see, there is, you know, there's a lot of shoe there, so they're very sturdy. They're not super wobbly, just as long as you're on a good surface. Overall, my first impression when wearing these shoes was, the first time I ever tried them on, was how surprisingly comfortable they were. And I find that I can actually wear these for a longer period of time without getting any pain versus my Litas and stuff. So comfort wise, these are really, really great for me personally. And then walking, you know, comfort wise, you know, it's iffy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's really not as bad as a lot of people assume. And most people, when they see these shoes, they assume like, oh, how do you not fall? Like, I'd be so worried about falling. I did fall, but you know, they're not an unsteady shoe. Like most people are really concerned about this shoe, is if it's unsteady. So I definitely would not say this shoe is as unsteady as it might look. It is very comfortable. The slope, the angle that your foot goes at isn't too steep, so I think that really helps a lot. And the your weight is a little bit, it looks like it wouldn't be since there's no heel, but this is really, really sturdy. These shoes are really well made, so you don't have to worry about you know, if this is gonna give out or anything. So they're definitely well constructed and a wonderful shoe. I got these from Soulstruck, and I think they're actually all sold out of them, but you can get them on Nasty Gal as well. And I've also seen them on eBay. So then again, these are the Jeffrey Campbell Nightwalks, and mine are in Black Suede. And they do come in lots of different colors and materials. They have leather and, you know, different color suede. They have glitter. Like the Alitas, the Nightwalks come in at least over 20 different patterns and colors and stuff. So that's really nice. But I really like the, you know, the standard black, because it's, I think it just has a certain, I don't know, it just has a certain attractiveness to it. So I really liked these shoes. You know, they do make me a little nervous when going out, just because I haven't worn these out a bunch, but I think with time these, it'll be a lot easier for me to walk in these. And they are not too heavy. I know some Jeffrey Campbell shoes can be really heavy. These aren't heavy at all. These are pretty, considerably lightweight. So again, these are the Black Suede Jeffrey Campbell Nightwalks. And I would definitely recommend Nightwalks. They are not as scary as they look, so if you can, obviously definitely go try these on if you're interested in these puppies here. But if you have any questions about the Nightwalks or anything that's to do with, you know, the shoes, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But other than that, I think I've pretty much touched on everything I have to say about these shoes. Oh, size-wise, they do run true to size. I did get them in a 7. They are a little bit snug. I do normally wear 7, 7.5, 8s. Normally it's about 7.5, 7s. But I got these in a 7. They're snug enough that I feel like pretty secure in the shoe, like I'm not going to be wobbling around. But they're not too snug that they're uncomfortable. So I would definitely say these shoes do run true to size. So there's not too much guessing when it comes to the Jeffrey Campbell sizing chart when it comes to his shoes, which is really awesome because it sucks to get a shoe that doesn't fit, and most shoe company sizes are usually different. But again, these are true to size. So if you have any other questions about the Nightwalks, leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye!